Hey, good morning. Hey, Kuru, Lou Rib. Yeah, it's snowing here too. Um, Everything froze over, so it's full of ice and snow. Started yesterday, midday, kind of snow, raining, and then towards the evening it just started freezing and freezing. Hey, Linus, good morning. How was your weekend? My weekend was good, a bit stressful, but also relaxing. Bit of a mixed bag, but it's all good. Hey, Georg, Captain Jetlag. No view? Hey, you're back. Hey, good morning, Michal. How's it going? Yeah, it's stressful because my daughter is having full anesthesia on Wednesday because she's autistic and she doesn't allow anyone to go into her mouth. Like if you want to like check a tooth, she'll bite the finger and stuff. And it obviously drilling a hole in a tooth and she biting down is not a good idea. So they have to fully sedate her, like anesthesia, so they can just fix absolutely everything. That's cool, Linus. That's awesome. I've never been to Paris actually. It seems like a cool city. Right, so throw me some topics. Let's get this ball rolling. I think she'll be fine. She's been under anesthesia once when she fell and had to do a CT scan. Um, the problem is not like the anesthesia itself, it's what it does to the body. And if you have autism, it's not a good thing to go under like standard anesthetic recipe. You can put it that way. All right, Rhino Executioner, symbiotic creatures. That's pretty cool. Stressed cocoon builder. What? Duel to the death. Post-apocalyptic city jungle hunter. Fat ugly parrot. Aromatherapy arachnid. What the? AG buffer, you're new. And an Nolan Schmaze. Kuru, Georg. Alright, let's roll this. Two. Um, Andy Nolan. Now my daughter has to do fix her holes, and she has autism, so she bites, and they have to put her down or under, not down. That's horrible. Under, so she has to sleep. Symbiotic Creatures by Georg. Fantastic. Symbiotic capitals. Symbiotic Creatures by Bjorn 996. Hey, G Buffer. Today I'm gonna do symbiotic creatures because Bjork told me to. No, she has to go on a full anesthetics. She has to sleep. All right, let's do it. Symbiotic creatures. Let's see. Symbiotic creatures. All right. For some weird reason, I got a master and slave picture, and the master slave aspect. Now I know where I got it from. All right. So it's a master and a slave, long, lanky alien with some sort of other little fatter thing underneath. like it's being held or carried by this other alien, maybe hold it like a pregnant thing. Um, yeah. Yeah, so with my daughter, um, the problem with um, going under a full anesthetics is that it affects the body in a certain way. The chemicals that being used, what were they? Mitochondrial. Um, it impacts a lot of the mitochondrials of the in the system, and they are very important. And autistic children usually have what's it called? Not challenged, but issues with their mitochondrials, and you don't want like a mitochondrial failure. That's 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 not good at all. And a decrease in mitochondrials are not either really good for your body. Now, I don't have the information exactly in my head about what mitochondrials are good for, but I know that much that they're vital to the system. Um, so what we got to do afterwards is just try to flush your body out of all the chemicals with like have a bath with those Epsom salts and lots of vitamins, specific vitamins to kind of make the body remove it from the body, clean it out. Otherwise, you don't want those chemicals to linger. I mean, you wouldn't want that for anyone, but with a human with a person with a normal immune defense and immune system uh, can deal with the chemicals better, but it's still the same effect, but it's just different results, right? So it's important that I don't like the belly. Let's have them. Let's have some sort of other creature, maybe living on him. Ah, that's a cool idea. Let's go with that idea. Let's give this alien like huge lower body with cavities in it, and this little like snaky thing. Um, let's give it like it lives inside of the cavities of the lower body of this other alien, so they have like a symbiotic relationship. Gbuffer, well, obviously on my website, which is on the lower left corner of the stream, really tight letters. But there's also underneath the stream window, there's information about where I post my art. I post my art on Twitter, Facebook, on my website, which I haven't updated in a while. I also have a Tumblr for these warm-ups, which I haven't updated in a very long time because there was some issue with uploading. It didn't want to upload um, Tumblr itself, so I kind of just got bored. But it is a good amount of drawings on the Tumblr account as well, the sketch Tumblr. But otherwise, it's all just let's have this thing float. I think that would be cool, like anti-gravity. Hey, dear Bart. Good morning. My main website, bjornhurri.com, will undergo a revamp. But I have to share the news. Those who don't have Passenger74 on Facebook, he's a regular here on the warm-up, but he was in a car crash and his right arm was completely like smushed, so they had to do a reconstructive surgery on his hand, and the doctors say that he'll have most of his function back, that he was lucky that he was in a good physical condition so that he could do the extensive surgery. He was in a car with his mother, and both were in intensive care for like a week. He passenger had bruised lungs and all sorts of things. Yeah, but both are fine now. I mean, in we in the concept in a what's it called? Well, all things considered, they're fine. You know, they met each other recently for the first time after intensive care. Um, yeah, there was some guy in a van who I don't know what happened, but he went over the divider and went to the opposite lane and smashed straight on passenger and his mother. The driver of the van flew like 20 meters out of the van. He didn't wear seatbelts, but he was fine. Passenger and his mother both had seatbelts on, and that saved them. But yeah, they got bruised ribs, or broken ribs, and bruised lungs, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he has a screwed up arm, and you know, scratches and bruises and things. But all things considered, he said he's fine, which is great. So that's why we're probably not going to see him on the stream here for a while, or at least maybe he is kind of hanging out, but I doubt he'll be able to write something. So if you're here, Dennis, passenger, I'll keep drawing in your honor. Yeah, exactly. So passenger was supposed to help me with my website. We talked on the Friday, like, yeah, that's great. Like, we had a plan, and then over the weekend, I didn't hear anything from him, and then like he posted, like, I've been in a car crash. It's like, shit. And the first reaction, well, obviously, is I hope he's fine, and all that, all those things, and then more and more started like clicking, and I was like, shit, I'm not gonna have a update to my website. But I hope he will be fine and good, in a good enough state soon to start at least tinkling. What's it called when you fiddle? Not tinkle, that's peeing. Tinkering. There we go. Wow, English today. Tinkering with it. Hopefully, I can help him with some money, and that'll be good. Yeah, I think G Buffer most likely maybe car or falling asleep or something. Hey, the art of DK. Good morning and welcome back. Captain Jetlag, yeah, tinkering. It's funny. My English sometimes, the words just disappears. This guy needs a face as well. Doesn't need to be mean looking. He needs to be happy looking. Come on, let's do a funny little face. Maybe just a big ass eyeball. Here we go. Lots of small teeth. Happy aliens living in symbiotic relationship. Lately, I've been like doubting my art, which is frustrating. But it goes in in waves. I think it's starting to become the end of the year, and usually around Christmas, I stop drawing and kind of let information place itself correctly in my mind, so I don't always like uh, what's it called? Um, you know, constantly occupied with art. You know, so over Christmas, I tend to take a break from it and don't even pick up a pen and just kind of let things uh, sit there in the back of the head and or organize and categorize itself. I think over the Christmas period, I'll start planning the whole lessons, all the lectures, and Patreon school. And then beginning of next year, ideally, the one of my movie projects are going to be wrapped, so that my part of it is for the time being finished, so that I can focus on other projects. I want to make a game I started this year, which I had to put on pause because of the movie deal that kind of came up. Um, but yeah, so I want to take that game back up, finish it, at the same time have recording my Patreon school and get that running. And then so many plans and projects that I need to do. But I gotta also write that down, plan the next year somewhat, where like at what month I want to be with certain things, so that I know approximately how much effort I need to put into each project, you know, and possibly having to scale down projects based on time, effort, you know, all these things. Thanks, G-Buff. Um, I'm glad that you like my stuff. Obviously, I enjoy doing art, so it makes me happy that you appreciate it. So thank you. Um, Schmaze, no, I don't have Spotify. I have only YouTube playlists. Uh, I don't use Spotify, unfortunately. Um, I don't want to put music on this channel, as I'm just going to get copyright claims. Um, just ruins the audio, not audio. It's not fun. Yeah, I know. In general, though, I listen to a lot of lectures and documentaries and podcasts, like science orientated podcasts and things like that. Um, Also enjoy listening to conspiracy theories and things like that. That doesn't necessarily mean I subscribe to the conspiracy theories, but it's interesting to listen to, due to the fact that the people investigating the conspiracy theories, they put a lot of time and effort into researching, even though maybe, I mean, I can't say that their data is correct or or not, but it's interesting to listen to, and I think it's healthy also if you're listening to conspiracy theories to use critical thinking, and just because it sounds like someone knows something doesn't mean that they do. I think it's in general with anyone. It's like there's confident speakers that just sound like they make sense, but it's important to remember that doesn't necessarily mean that they're right. Now, scientific podcasts, not really. I mean, I think I merged the words a bit too much there. I listen to a lot of um, reports and people talking about scientific discoveries and so on, like on radio shows and or lectures. Not really podcasts, but podcasts um, that discusses things in an interesting way, like Joe Rogan's podcast when he has like science people on. It's interesting to listen to, and not just like a random drunk guy. But yeah, lately I've been um, while working, going into my movie archive. I have a shitload of movies that I lately been just putting on and having them in the background. All right. Yeah, it's an interesting topic, Michal. Now what to remember is that it's one what's it called? One quantum theorist, right? Theoretical mathematician, was it? That he had a claim. That's all. It's not a. It's nothing more than a person's idea, not necessarily a fact. But it's an intriguing fact claim. Interesting to read about. I have a game on iTunes that I worked on called The Other Brothers. We were supposed to do episode 2 and 3. We had it all finished, but certain complications arose and we had to cancel development of the game. So it's just episode 1 on iTunes. It's called The Other Brothers. Linus Carlson, yeah, I do. I work a lot from my home. I go to clients in London when I need to, but mostly day-to-day stuff is from my home office. Oh, thanks, Andy Nolan. Thanks, G Buffer. Yeah, it was fun to work on. A shame that episode 2 and 3 didn't become released. I mean, I did all the animations and art for it already. It's all ready. It's just code that stopped it from being, well, code and implementation that stopped it from being released. But all the art was done. I should just put it all online, really. show all the animations and characters and assets and boss fights, and that has to be done one day as well. So much to do, so little time. But my next game will be 3D. It won't be pixel art. Pixel art was a fun adventure. It was my first pixel art, really attempt at some pixel art. It was a fun challenge to art direct something like that. Eight minutes left. I'm pretty okay. Today is a bit of a funny drawing. Very sloppy in that sense. Like I'm not caring at all about things. I'm just kind of swooshing around, but it's fun. I tried running yesterday for the first time in 2 years. Um, it was pretty okay. I was surprised. I wasn't like halfway dying. Um, but yeah, it was pretty successful first attempt. Now I didn't have my running gear on. I had like winter boots and all these things, so I wanted to make it a bit of like cumbersome to run, not to have being light like a feather, but had to put some extra effort into it. So that was also an interesting experience. Um, but yeah, it was pretty good. I think I quite enjoyed it actually. Um, the reason why I stopped was I started running. I was running regularly, regularly, and I got this weird thing in my like lower leg, like felt like the bones were cracking, like not breaking off, but along the leg, up and down. So just I tried like to like usually like men do, just kind of brush it off and keep running, but it completely stopped me from being able to run. So I just stopped, and that passed. That's nice, Georg. Good luck with that. Hey, Alti. Well, I know, Alex Drummond. Nice to have you here, buddy. Good old veteran Alex. Oh yeah, chin splints, whatever that is, Andy. That just completely. I read about it, and I think that what's happened, and I don't know like how to remedy it or fix it, but I was fearing that it would happen again when I started running, but it didn't. So we'll see. Um, Alex, you is that Alex that is together with what was her nickname? War on Mars, right? Oh man, that nickname, War on Mars. That wasn't yesterday. No, wait, I'm confusing myself here. Oh, right. What was her actual name? War on Mars lady. Something simple, like 5-letter name, 4-letter name. Yeah, I know you're married, and you moved homes recently. I have you on Facebook, buddy. I see you and what's her name? Whatever. You and the missus. Andy Nolan. That makes no sense. I have no idea what that means. Oh, Jen, I have no idea what that means, Andy Nolan, but it sounds like you know what you're talking about. Alex Drummond, no. I threw them all out. I kept one in a bag, like for as memory. But yeah, all the other ones were thrown. You can't delay. Why do you want a bag full of 3 kilos of dreads? Doesn't help anyone. Okay, 2.5. Let's put some values on top, just for the sake of reading it better. So Alex, does Jen still do art? I know that she kind of started going into animations, right? Oh yeah, open canvas. Open canvas was fun. Or do you mean the website? That Paint Chat website? Sorry, I can't read the chat at the moment. I gotta at least get the block in. Then I can turn my head. I still got open canvas in some corner of backup, in with a lot of the sessions saved. What's cool with open canvas is that you could record the paintings and play them back. So I have shit loads of them left saved. Let's make that thing a another color. Make it purpley. Just so we see it act differently. It's this color for now. And most likely the time is up. Time is up. Shit. Alright. So we have to be the last changes then. Okay. So that's nicer. Thanks, Hurri. That's great, Alex. Congratulations. All right. This is it. This is what ended up being made today. Some funny symbiotic creatures. Thank you all for coming. And have a great day, night, whichever part of the world you're in. I need to change the color of that. There we go. One last change. I can't stop drawing on this guy. Just keeps on going. So it's like that. I always have it like that. Alright, that's it. I can't do anything more. Hey, Gene Place. Sorry for you joining just at the end of the stream. Thanks, Aninon. Oh, it's War on Mars. I don't remember this one, Jen, not at all. It looks like something I would have drawn, though. Cool. Thanks for sharing. Have fun. All right, everyone. My 30-minute warm-up is over. Some little creature thing. Thanks for the topic, Georg. Good night. I know you're gonna go to bed. It's early morning for you, so anyways. Thanks all for coming. Have a good one. Tomorrow morning.